So let's talk about hens. Hens plays a major role in your selection of the rooster. Yes, majority of people always look towards the rooster, but really, the hen is what makes the rooster. Yeah, if you got a good quality breed of one that you like, of the male, which is the rooster, and yes, he plays a key role, but also the female plays a key role. You see, we got different females here and there. That there, round head, she's real dominant. Well, let me take that back. I think that there's the white-legged Kelsey. She's real dominant. But hens always plays a major role. Always plays a major role. You got a good quality hen, then you got a good quality rooster. Clean this shit camera up. I got fuzzy looking. But so whenever I always keep one main hen and then one for backup until they always get a little bit of age on them. Then from there, the one, my last, which I think it might be some of the last ones, whether she sets or not, but if she lays the eggs and I can tell whether the quality of them is going down or whatever, then I go ahead and see if I can get a pullet off of that. And also I got my backup. I'm watching these hens on this yard. I got my backup on hens. So if you notice, there's some younger ones running the yard. And yeah, I got my brood hens right now are, one is 2.5. No, one is 3. My other brood hen, she is 1.5. But you know, you always want to keep some extras around just in case something happens. Then they might get sick and die, or might get all loose and a predator get to them, or a predator might get to them through the water. You never know. That's just part of life. But there comes something right there. See that young pullet there? I got her and her 2 sisters running the yard. And what I'm gonna do, there's a sister way out there, right there, coming up. And there goes the other one right here. Right here. That went that way. Now this is just. But yeah, I'm gonna catch one in there, see which one of them there that I really like, that suits me. Now, I'm not always got a good eye on selecting the best brood hen, but I'm trying. I'm always learning, looking for certain things. If out of them 3 this fall, what I'll probably do is catch one of them. Well, I'll catch all 3 of them, and then I'm gonna choose, see which one of them is better for me. And what I'll do, I'll just go ahead and lock her up, and that way, on that one line, I'll have three hens going down, and then my other line, I'm just got one brood hen. So hopefully she'll live, everything goes right, and I'll try to breed something. When I breed her next year, like I said, she ain't nothing but a year and a half. So when I breed her next year, whatever comes off, by then she'll be about 2.5, and I'll keep one of her pullets and put her to the side. That way I have 2 on that line, I have 3 on the other line, and cause like I said, you never know what happens. Anything can happen. They could get sick, they could get loose, predator could kill them. Hey, you just don't never know. It is what it is. I mean, hey, things happen. But the thing of it is that you always want to back up, just in case. So I figure if I put them other 2 up, I try to keep no more than about 6 hens. Well, I try to keep 2 off of each line. So if I keep 2 off each line, I still ain't made up my mind, because I still got 4 lines, and I haven't made up my mind which line to let go. Now, I have a sweater line, penny. I say penny hatch because they do got hatch in them. Some say they ain't got no hatch in them, but I'm pretty sure from the time they was made up till now, there's been hatch put in them. So I got my pennies, I got my McLeans, I got the sweaters, and I'm thinking about working on my own personal hatch line. But I ain't quite made up my mind yet. So that would be 4 right there, actually. My hatch line, pennies, the McLeans, and the sweaters. So that would eke out 4. Now, if I keep 2 extra hens per line, that would be 8 hens I got to keep shut up all the time. All the time. So, I'm going to say, I don't like to keep 8 hens shut up. So what I'm thinking about doing is now 6 or 4 hens, yeah. So what I'm thinking about doing is this. I'm thinking about, like I said, I'm thinking about doing this year. I have my brood hens. So all them's gonna be in the pens. I ain't never gonna let them run loose. Now I might move the pens, you know, for different spots, or move them to different spots, different pens or whatever. But they ain't never gonna be loose. I'm gonna say that's just it. So do that, and then like I said, my backup hens, what I'll do, I just go ahead and keep one of each. So my brood hens, that would be 1, 2, 3 hens there, 3 different lines, 3, and then catch up their daughters that I think would be best fit for me in my breeding program, and just have 3 shut up. Then I'll turn loose the other 3, let them run the yard. That way I know I got a 50-50 chance of, because let me tell you something. Let me tell you this. That should give me a 50-50 chance that the survival of that bloodline should last. Because the ones on the yard, if they're smart enough, clever enough, then they're gonna be able to survive. Now if they're dumb enough to go all the way down yonder to another part of the woods to try to have a nest or whatever, or just down there grazing, looking for insects or whatever, and a predator gets them, then that's on them. But if they're smart enough to hang around close to somewhere where they can hide, wander some, forage through, get insects or whatever that they find, then they'll make it. Now I do got I got about 4 or 5 hens that's made it the last couple of years here on the yard. That they've done pretty good. So if you got the room to let them loose, then let them loose. Don't let them all loose. Something might happen then. But be my luck, I let them all loose, then something's going to happen. Then that line's gone. Then I have to start all over, and I don't want to start all over. If something would kill all my chickens now, I really wouldn't want to start over. I might just call it quits. But our main topic today is your brood hen. You want to keep that bloodline going? I always have backups. I'm going to say, if you ain't got nothing but the brood hen and her daughter, then you got a backup. That's better than not. That's better than not having none at all. So if you ever lose the hen, if you ever lose them hens, I'm not saying you can't make that line back again, because what you're going to have to do is go find somebody who has the same line you got. Or find somebody who has got that bloodline from you, and you borrow it back or something. If not, then if you only got the rooster, you're gonna get pretty close. You're gonna have to do a lot of breeding with just the rooster. I'm telling you. You're looking at least, I'm gonna say, between 4 to 5 years. 4 or 5 years, I say about 5th year of breeding, that you'll be able to have your bloodline back. Now 5 years really ain't that long. But when you're breeding chickens, game chickens, it's gonna take you that long to get back to where you started off from. And I'm already done that twice. I'm already started off from losing one of my original pair and have to start all the way back from scratch. And if you like I am, I'm already done it twice. And that was, let's see, 5 years on one. During that 5 years, the other one, something happened to them. I can't remember if they got sick, a predator got them or something, or they got in a pen fight and they got messed up so where it was no help for them. Look at these here hens. But anyway, something happened to them, and I didn't feel like I started over again. So altogether, I had around about like I said, I lost one that was 5 years. The other one I lost her lost the pair, lost the female on that pair, and that was around pretty much close to 5 years. But in between, it happened during this about a year after the other one, so I had like 6 years, 6.5 years. I had to do some breeding to get back where I originally started off from. Now, 6 years ain't that long, and if you're breeding chickens this long, it depends on your age. I'm got to an age now that I don't really want to start over again. That's the reason I say have backups. Or if you got a friend that has the same bloodline you got, or if you sold some to somebody and you sold to them for a good price and said, look, if I lose my Brewster, can I come to you and get some of this bloodline back? I'll buy it back from you. Same price, whatever. That's when you sold it them for a good price. That way you always have it. Now, if you got 2 or 3 friends that's got chickens, and now that'd be the route to go. Honestly, true. If you at least had 2 good friends, you don't need a bunch. 2 good friends, and you can trust them and everything, then I would say y'all just get together. Let me tell you, get together, work out a deal where you can share your bloodlines with them, and they can share some with you if you like that bloodline. That way, out of all y'all 3, it's going to be hard to lose that bloodline then, because you got 3 partners, so to speak. 3 partners. And believe it or not, back in the day, way back in the days, I'm pretty sure that's how they done it. They had friends. Johnny Jumper had friends. Who else? Dink Fairy. Let's see. They had friends. And I'm pretty sure they done something similar to that, because them bloodlines would have never made it. That's the God's honest truth. Something would have happened, and they would have lost the bloodline. So that's something to think about. If you can find good friends like that. Because now back in the day now, hey, if you gave your word, you stood by your word. Your word was your bond. It wasn't signing no contract. It wasn't see who had the most money or whatever. When you gave your word, it was a signing contract. Nowadays, especially here in the United States, it's all gone crazy. You can give your word, and next thing the person could walk off and don't have, and that word is nothing. They say, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't say that. 20 years later. Where back then, when you gave your word, that meant something. That meant something. And my father always told me, say, if you give your word, you stick by your word. But if you have some good friends, like I said, and you give your word, like I said, I'm pretty sure they done that back in the day. And today, it's still the same. You just got, baby, give your word. Hold up to your word. Because back then, gamefowl farmers or fighters back then, whatever you want to call them, when they gave their word, majority of them. Yes, I'm pretty sure there was still some crooks back then, like there is now. But back then, majority of them held to their word. And so that's how they kept their bloodlines up. So I guess, tip of the day, If you got a good hen and she produces what you like, always have a backup. Keep one of her daughters. Don't never get rid of them. Lock her up if you can. And if you got any more daughters, what you do, you just let them out, run around on the yard if you can. If you can't, that's different. I'm gonna say everybody can't do it. But at least have one extra locked up. So I guess that's tip of the day. Always have a backup. All right, y'all. I'll see. I was watching that hen there. She's looking at me. Like I said, they molting and everything. I'm gonna show you this here picture of her and everything. That's my light side of the McLeans. See if I can get a better. It's cloudy here, so you might not. Let me walk around. I ain't trying to spook her or nothing. There she goes. It's cloudy here. That's my McLean here, and see, she's in the molt. She's losing some of her feathers. She ain't got nothing. Probably about 4 or 5 back there left. She's doubles. Well, she's got one long spur and a little nub, but she's probably around about 3.5 years old. And I let it run around on the yard and everything. Okay. I heard something about the chicken, but I let her run around on the yard. She's a backup too. So I've been lucky about them so far. You never know. All right. Until next time. Later.